Your goal while watching this video is to understand how to plot polygons in the coordinate plane. Okay, so first a quick refresher on how the coordinate plane works. When you get an ordered pair with a number in it, you're going to be given an x number and a y number. So for example, if you get the ordered pair 1, 2, right? Your x number is 1, your y is 2. Just like the alphabet, x comes before y. So the ordered pair, the x number, x coordinate comes before the y coordinate. So there's a few ways to look at this. You can say that your x number, which in this case is 1, is the number you have to look for on the x number line. So we'll find 1 on the x number line, and then your y coordinate tells you the number you have to find on the y number line, y-axis. And then where those two meet up is where that ordered pair is located. So even though you get two numbers, an x number and a y number, it only means 1 point on the coordinate grid. If that way doesn't make sense for you, here's the way I like to think about it. Your first number, your x number, is your sideways number. So when you start at the origin at 0, 0, your x number tells you how far you're going to move sideways. And if it's positive, which it always will be in 6th grade, you're going to move to the right. So when I look at this ordered pair, all right, I see my sideways number is 1. Move 1 sideways, 1 to the right, so I do. Right? Then the y number is my up and down number. If it's positive, you're always going to move up. So I move 1 sideways and I move 2 up, and where I land is where that ordered pair is located on the grid. So either way you choose to look at that, they'll both get you to the same coordinate. All right, so now let's look at our focus in this chapter, which is to draw a polygon on the coordinate plane. So it says the vertices, so that means the corners, basically, of a quadrilateral. Remember, quad means 4, so quadrilateral is a 4-sided polygon, 4-sided shape. The vertices are A, which is located at our x number of 2 and our y number of 4. So I'm going to start at the origin, and I'm going to go sideways 2, so 1, 2, and I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So point A is located right here. When you need to draw a polygon on the grid, make sure you label that point with whatever letter goes with it. So then we're going to put our next vertex or corner of this quadrilateral, which is located at 3, 9. So I start at the origin. My first number, my x number, my sideways number tells us to go 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3. And then my y number tells us to go up 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's point B. You'll notice that it's located at 3 on the x-axis, and 9 on the y-axis. All right, so I've got 2 of those points plotted. Point C is located at an x coordinate of 7 and a y coordinate of 8. So I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to go 7 to the right, and then I'm going to go 8 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. And that is point C. Or if you just wanted to look, there goes my eraser. Right, if you just wanted to look and say x is 7, that's right here, and then find 8 on the y-axis, that's here, and those 2 points meet up right here at point C. Last ordered pair is D, which is located at 8 on the x-axis, so I'm going to find 8 on the x-axis, and 1 on the y-axis, which is over here. So where those 2 meet up is D. All right, or you could say start at the origin, go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then up 1. So now that we have all 4 of our points, you should use a straight edge. You're not all as lucky as me, you don't have a line tool, to connect those points to make sure that this actually forms a quadrilateral, which is, again, a 4-sided figure. All right, and it does, so we're good. If you need more time on that one and finishing it up, pause it. I'm going to go on. All right, the vertices of a rectangle are F, which is located at 1, 6. So let's start with there. Start at the origin, go sideways 1, up 6. Right there is point F. All right, got that one done. G is located at 7, 6. So start at the origin, go over 7, go up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is point G. All right, then we have H, which is at 7, 2. So I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to go up 2. 1, 2. So right there is where I have H. And then J is located at 1, 2. Have that one done with J. 1, 2. So that means I go over 1, up 2. Here's J. All right, draw the rectangle. So if your coordinate planes or your ordered pairs do not connect to make a rectangle, you know something's not quite right, and you should check how you graph your ordered pairs. But they do. Whoops, mine's a little bit off the line. Pretend it's right on the line there. All right. Draw the rectangle in a coordinate plane. Did that and find its perimeter. Remember, perimeter is the distance around something. So if you look at this side up here, all right, let's look at side FG first. We can see that side FG is how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so each one of these little lines is a unit. So there's 1 unit, here's another, there's 3. So anyway, side FG is 6 units. Side GH is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. We know that since this is a rectangle, the base will be the same as the top there, and we're also going to have 4 units over here. So perimeter is the distance around the outside, so add them all up. We've got 6 plus 4, which is 10 units. 6 units plus 4 units plus 6 units plus 4 units. Since they're all in units, we can add them together. These two make 10 units, 10 units. 10 units plus 10 units is 20 units. Remember, we only use units squared. We only put a little 2 up here if we're calculating area and these two things were being multiplied, all right? So units times units is square units, but units plus units is just units. So our answer for that is 20 units. All right, last one already. Wow, don't be sad, this video is going to be short. In a grid of the exhibits at a zoo, the vertices of the giraffe exhibit are E at 0, 90. So start at the origin, go sideways 0, up 90. And they did. All right, so we're just checking what they did. F is at 60, 90. So start at the origin, go over 60, 20, 40, 60, and go up 90. Right, so there's 20, 40, 60, 80, plus 10 more is 90. Anyway, they've listed all the ordered pairs, and they've drawn the trapezoid form. So the giraffe exhibit is in the shape of a trapezoid. The coordinates are measured in feet. What is the area of the giraffe exhibit? So first of all, since the giraffe exhibit is a trapezoid, remember that our formula for area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height times the sum of both bases. So in other words, add the bases together, divide them by 2, multiply by the height. Okay, so we're going to look from point E to point F to find the length of base 1 up there. Since the X number does not, just kidding, since the Y number does not change, okay, 90 is not changing at all, so we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to worry about what's the change from 0 to 60. All right? Because our point E is at 0 and our point F is at 60. So we're going to say base 1 is 60 minus 0. What's the distance between 60 and 0? It's just 60. And up here it says, in the directions, it says the coordinates are measured in feet. So that'd be 60 feet. 60 feet from here to here. All right, our base 2, which is down at the bottom. Notice that our y coordinate is 30 over here, and our y coordinate is 30 over here. So the y number does not change. The x number changes from 0 to 100. So what is the difference between 100 and 0? Well, guess what? It's 100. And measured in feet, so 100 feet. The final thing we have to find is our height, all right? Remember that this right here is not your height. If somebody measured you with a ruler, they're not going to slant the ruler to find out your height. That would give them the wrong number. So height is a straight line, right? A line that's perpendicular to the two bases. So for our height, we're going to say, okay, what's the difference between E and H? The X number is 0, so that doesn't change. We're not going to worry about that. But we're going from 90 to 30 on the y-axis. So what's the difference between 90 and 30? 60 feet. Okay, so we have all the information we need to find our area. I'm going to rewrite that down here. You should write it on your paper. Area equals 1/2 of the height times the sum of the two bases. And I'm just going to start substituting stuff in. We don't know the area, that's what we're trying to find out. We know that the height is 60 feet. And our bases are 60 feet and 100 feet. So we're going to take base 1, which is 60 feet, plus base 2, which is 100 feet. Order of operations tells us always do what's in the group first. And we can't, right? If we have 60 feet and we get 100 more feet, we have 160 feet. I'm just going to recopy the rest of this problem. But now it's simpler because we've done this. We've already added together the two bases. So now it's multiplying. We can go in any order we want. I'm just going to go in order right here and take 1/2 times 60. What is 1/2 of 60 feet? 30 feet. All right, so then we take 30 feet. All we have left to do is to multiply 30 feet and 100 feet. This is area, and we're taking feet times feet. All right, so feet times feet means feet to the second power. And then 30 times 160, well, my calculator is broken, so that's your job right now. All right, 30 times 160, put on your calculator, fill this in, and that will tell us how or what the area of that